Hello students, welcome to our YouTube channel EduBase Learning. So today we are going to learn about the problems on cylinder, which is our part 2 video. You can check our part 1 video in which I have discussed about the theory part of the cylinders, and from there you have to memorize the formulas and then come to the problems. And as I have told you earlier that in the problems part you have to just pause the video and then try it by yourself and then come to the solution. If you go through like this, then only you can find out your problems wherever you are going to stuck or wherever you are going to make some mistakes. And you know that from the mistakes we learn, and whatever the mistakes will be there, just learn from it, that you will never do it again. And so we are going to skip to our video. So before that, I would like to tell you that if you have any kind of problems other than the problems whatever I have done in here, then you can comment me in my comment box, and I will send the answer or I will reply to you accordingly. So let's start with the problems. Here is the problem 1. So in our first problem, you can see that it is said a rectangular tin foil of size, it is given 20 cm by 16 cm, that is the dimension of the tin foil, is wrapped around to form a cylinder of height 16 cm. Find the volume and total curved surface area of the cylinder where the thickness is 1 cm. So we have to take those data, whatever the given in there, very seriously, and you have to wrap up the whole things, that what is given in there and which we have to find out. So here you can see a tin foil, that means it is a size of rectangular, already is mentioned that it is a rectangular in tin foil. So dimension is given 20 by 16, that means that one 22 is the length and 16 is the width. It is wrapped. It is not wrapped like the end to end has touched to each other and form the cylinder. I mean the and how to wrap, it is already given the hint that you have taken the cylinder by using the height of 16 centimeter. The height is 16 centimeter, that means the breadth of the rectangular tin foil has become the height. So we have taken the length part, the 22 centimeter, the length part, to form the base. How? I'm going to show you in my solution by any diagram, and until then just pause the video and try to do it by yourself. So here is my solution. Now from the given data that we have find out, for the rectangular sheet the length is given as 22 centimeter and the breadth is given as 16 centimeter, and the rectangular sheet, which was in the form of like this, of which the breadth was 16, length was 22. We have made a cylinder of height 16 centimeter, that means the breadth has transformed to the height of it, and the length part is so wrapped that it formed the circular part. That means I am holding these two sides. I'm holding these two sides and going to take a turn to the other side to mate it. Then you can see that a circular cylindrical form will come, of which the height is 16 centimeter, and this circumference, the circumference is same as the length of the rectangular sheet. That is the main concept behind this example. So it is clear to us that the circumference made by the base or the top, you can see, you know that the base and top will be, the circumference will be same. The circumference is 22 centimeter. And now as we have to find out the volume of the cylinder, and you know that formula of volume equals to pi r square h. That means we need to find r and h. Already we have got the h, and now we will find out r first. So how to find out the r? The given clue is that the circumference is same as the length of the rectangular tin foil. So circumference means it is circular part, so circumference is 2 pi r. So 2 pi r equals to 22. From that clue, we can easily find out the radius. So we will find out the radius first. That let R be the radius. R be the radius of the cylinder. Now circumference of base equals to length of tin foil. So implies 2 pi r equals to 22. Now we will put the values accordingly. I mean, whatever the data is given there, that we can put the value of the pi and then take the numbers on the left side to the right side and keep r as single, and then we can find out the r. So I am here taking the pi as 22 by 7. If in the question it is already mentioned that take pi as 3.14, then you must have to take the pi as value 3.14. But here it has not mentioned, or it has not been written in anywhere. So I am going to take 22 by 7 for my convenience. So for r, 22 equals to into 1 by 2 and 7 by 22. Okay, so 22 will be cancelled out. So r equals to 7 by 2 centimeter. So that is the radius of the cylinder. Now I am going to find out the volume. So we'll write the formula of volume, that pi r square h, and then put the values accordingly. That volume equals to pi r square h. So equals to pi means 22 by 7, r square, that means r can be taken 2 times, 7 by 2 and 7 by 2, into h, that was already mentioned in the question 16. Cancel out 7 to 7, and if we calculate, we will find out the value is 616 centimeter cube. Don't forget to give proper unit while you are going to find out any radius or volume or circumference or the area. Don't forget to put the unit. That is very crucial thing in the mensuration part, because in mensuration is always stand on the units. Now there are another separate part that was asked to find out the total surface area. The total surface area of the cylinder where the thickness is 1 centimeter. Okay, so before we go for the surface area, again we will look onto the figure again. So the cylinder that was formed, you can see it has 2 surfaces. One is the curved surface, another one is a plane surface. But here only we need to find out the total curved surface area. As it is said that it has some thickness, it has some thickness of 1 centimeter. Suppose this is the thickness is 1 centimeter. We need to find out the inner portion and the outer portion. That one is the outer, and whatever the cylinder is made, formed inside of the part, that one is the inner curved surface area. So for the inner curved surface area, we know the formula for any curved surface area, that is 2 pi r into h. That was the curved surface area. Now as there are thickness, so radius has changed into 2 forms. One is the inner radius, another one is the outer radius. Okay, so for the inner radius, we can easily find out while we have got the outer radius. We have got the outer radius, I have mentioned in the capital R as 7 by 2. And what about the inner radius? You can see that inner radius plus the thickness is equal to the outer radius, because radius should be calculated from the inner center always. So from the inner center, the inner radius plus the thickness will give the outer radius. So if we have to find out the inner radius, that will be outer radius minus the thickness. So in this way, easily we can find out the inner radius, and accordingly we can easily find out the inner curved surface area. So Before we go to directly put the formula, we have to write the radius of each of the part, inner and outer part, and only then we will write. So for inner radius, the inner radius, that is equals to outer radius minus the thickness. So outer radius, it was already I find out 7/2 minus 1 centimeter, so that is 5/2 centimeter. Okay, now we are going to find out the inner curved surface area and outer curved surface area. So for inner curved surface area, as already I have find out the inner radius, so I will find out the inner curved surface area first. So the inner curved surface area, so inner curved surface area, we can put the formula that 2 pi smaller into h. I'm taking r as you can symbolize it by small r, or you can just write r suffix inner. You can mention it that way too. Okay, so now I will put the values accordingly. That 222/7, and radius already I find out that it is 5/2 into h, that will be same as the outer one. Okay, now if we calculate, you will find out that inner curved surface area will be 1760/7 centimeter square. Again, I am telling you, the unit is very much crucial. Don't put in while you are going to find out area. Just remember that for area, the unit always square form. In volume, the unit is always cube form. And while we are going to find out height or radius, it only remains the unit, like meter or centimeter or millimeter, whatever it is given. Now I'll find out the outer curved surface area. So outer curved surface area, while you are going to see my solution, just accordingly try to compare with your solution. 2 pi rh, that is 2 into 22/7, and radius, it is 7/2, and height is 16. You will find the value is 352 centimeter square. That is the outer curved surface area. We need to find total curved surface area. That means we are going to add those two surface areas. So total curved surface area, that means inner plus outer. So inner already I have find out that it is 1760/7, and the outer one I have find out it is 352. If you are going to add them and then convert it to the mixed fraction, you will find out the result as 603 whole 3/7 centimeter square. That is our answer for the curved surface area, total curved surface area, and the volume already I have find out it is 616 centimeter cube. Those two are the answers. So I hope you have done it very well, and now we are moving to the problem number. In problem number 2, you can see a ruler has a diameter of 0.7 meter and its width is 1.2 meter. Find the least number of revolutions that the ruler must make in order to level a playground 120 meter by 44 meter. I hope you have an idea of the ruler, how it looks like. You know that it is a cylindrical. It is a cylinder. A cylinder of which the diameter is 0.7 meter and width is 1.2 meter. And one thing you must have a basic concept about this ruler, that when we roll something or we do the roller on any playground, I hope you have seen that the width part, that means the height, whatever I take when we place it on the vertical position, that part is moved on the ground. That means whenever we are going to rolling something, that means it covering the area of its curved surface. When we are rolling something, it covers its curved surface area. in one complete rotation, it covers the same area as of its curved surface area. That's the basic concept. You have to keep it in your mind. Now pause the video and try to solve it by yourself and then come to my solution. Well, so what I have said, that rolling something is same as it covers the area same as of its curved surface area. Okay, so what are the data I have find out from here? That the diameter of the roller, that was 0.7 meter. So the radius will be 0.7 by 2 meter. Okay, and the width, that is similar to the height, of the cylinder, equals to 1.2 meter. What we need to find out? We need to find out the number of revolutions. That means approximate number of revolutions, how many times we have to revolve the roller to cover the whole of the field. That means we need to find out first the curved surface area, how much of the area the roller is going to cover in one complete rotation. Okay, in one complete rotation or revolution, roller covers the area equals to curved surface area of itself. Okay, so first we are going to find out the curved surface area. So what is the formula of curved surface area? I hope you know that curved surface area, I am writing it in short, CSA, that 2 pi r h, 22 by 7 for radius. Already we have find out 0.7 by 2. I have not converted into 0.35. We can, but I have not done it at 0.35 because it will help me to calculate the value, because you can see that 7 and 0.7 will cancel out easily, and you can do that. Okay, so if you calculate this one, that 7 should be cancelled out to 0.7, it will give 0.1, 2 will be cancelled out, so 22 into 0.1 into 1.2, if you multiply you will get 2.64 meter square. 2.64 meter square, that is the curved surface area. That much of area is covered by the roller in one complete rotation. Now how much of area we need to cover? We need to give the roller a rotation on the whole of the playground. That means we need to cover the area of the whole of the playground. So area of playground, it is in rectangular form, and its length and breadth is already given. Length is 120 and breadth is 44. So the area will be length into breadth. You know the formula, so 120 into 44. If you after multiplication, you will get 5280 meter square. That much of area need to cover by this one. Now what to do? Multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. What do we need to do? You can see that area is covered by these small things. Now if I ask you to how much steps you need to cover this certain distance, you have to find out in one step how much portion you covered and the total distance what you need to cover, and then you will easily divide the whole total distance by your 1 footsteps. Then you can easily find out that how many steps you need. Similar things we will do it here, that 5280, this much of area need to cover by rotation, where one rotation it covers 2.64 meter square. That means we need to just divide 5280 by 2.64. So here the number of rotation or number of revolution will be area need to cover that I have find out as 5280 and area covered in one complete rotation. If you omit the decimal number at 2.64, above it will give 100. And now the main thing is that you must have to be assured that this number should be cancelled, and it will be very easily. You have to keep the belief in yourself. Only then you can do the cancellation, because the data are given in the question paper in such a way that you can do the cancellation very easily, so that there is don't come any kind of long multiplication or the long division. Okay, so you can easily see that 264 to the 5288. So this is 20. So 20 into 100, it is 2000. That means we need to rotate the ruler 2000 times to cover the area of the field. Very simple. I hope it has matched with your answer and you have done. If you are not, then find out the problems or find out the shortcomings, whatever coming into you, and learn from that. We are moving to the third problem. Here is the problem number 3. In this problem, we will see that area of a curved surface of cylinder is given 4400 cubic centimeter, and the circumference of its base is 110 centimeter. This cubic centimeter means centimeter cube. Okay, so we need to find out the height of the cylinder and the volume of the cylinder. So I think there is a problem in there, that area of the curved surface of cylinder, this is the area, so it will not be cubic centimeter, it will be square centimeter. Okay, so you can take it as square centimeter. That is a small mistake in there. It is a square centimeter, that is not cube, that will be square centimeter. SQ, square centimeter, that means centimeter square. You can take centimeter square. Okay, so the curved surface area is given and the circumference of a base is given. Need to find the height and the volume. So whatever it is given, we first write the data and then find out whatever is we are available to ourselves and what we need to find out. So pause the video and do it by yourself and then come to my solution. So from the given data, we have got the curved surface area. The curved surface area is equals to 4400 centimeter square, and the circumference of the base is 110 centimeter. Now you have to calculate inside your mind whatever data is given in there. That circumference means you know the formula, that is 2 pi r. So you know the 2 and pi also, so from that you can easily find out the r. Now whatever the curved surface area, that is 2 pi r h, that is 2 pi r h. So already you have got the value of 2 pi r as a whole, that 2 pi r equals to, you have equated it to the 110. You can put the value in here, then you can easily find out the h. Very amazing. It's very simple. If you know the formula in your mind, it's very clearly, and then only then you can find out the way very easily. So circumference is 110. Now if I take the radius, as r, if I take the radius as r, we have to assume it, otherwise there may it come that where you have taken the r. So I'm going to take the radius be r. So circumference equals to 110 centimeter. Circumference means 2 pi r equals to 110. Now you may ask that you can put the value of the 2 pi r directly to the curved surface area formula, value of the 210, and you can easily find out the h. Why do we need to find out the r? Because we need to find out the volume also. There we need the value of r. That's why I'm going to find out the r first. 22 by 7 into r equals to 110. And now if we calculate it more and then simplify it, I'm taking the numbers whatever I have available on the left side to the right side, you will get the value of r as r equals to 35 by 2 centimeter. As it is not our main answer, so we can keep it in the fraction. If it in the question it has been asked that what is the radius, then you have to write it into decimal form. I mean, it is in perfect particular form, that's 17.5 centimeter. But we will not do that one, because that will help us to calculate the volume in cancellation. So if it is not the main result, you can keep it in any form. Okay, but if it is our main answer that you need to find out the radius, then keep it in decimal form, which is the correct form. I mean, in that form the examiners asked to give the answer. Okay, now I'm going to find out the h. That is about the first requirement. Need to find out the height. So to find out the height, there is an clue that the curved surface area, equals to 4400 centimeter square. And I know that curved surface area means 2 pi r into h equals to 4400. So we know the value of 2 pi r as 110. This whole 2 pi r I mentioned there, 110 into h equals to 4400. Now if we divide 100 to the right side, and you can get h equals to 40 centimeter. That is our first answer. That is height equals to 40 centimeter, our first answer. Now we need to find out the volume. So to find the volume, we will apply the formula and put the values accordingly. That volume equals to, we know that pi r square h is the formula. Pi means 22 by 7, r square, that means 2 times you have to take the r. I have find out r as 35 by 2 into 35 by 2 into h, height is already I have got 40. So 7, 35, I have told you that that will help us to in cancellation. So 2, 11 and 2 to 20. So need to multiply 11, 5 and 20 and 35. Multiply all the four numbers and you will get the answer as 38500 centimeter cube. That is the volume. Now match the solution with yourselves and find out if you have any kind of problem. Here we go, the problem number 4. In the fourth problem, you will see the cylinder barrel of fountain pen. A fountain pen with the barrel is in the shape of cylinder, 7 centimeter long, 5 millimeter in diameter. A full barrel of ink, that means when the pen is completely filled with the ink, is used up when writing 310 words. I mean, after writing 310 words, the ink will completely dry out. That means it comes out from the barrel will be empty. As in, it is given as average number. How many words would use up a bottle of ink containing 1/5 of a liter? Now the problem is that a barrel is contained, when it is completely filled up with the ink, it can use to write up 310 words, an average. Now we fill up the ink from a bottle in which the bottle 1/5 of a liter ink is contained. If we use all the total ink from that bottle, how many words we can write? That is our problem. Think about yourself and do it by yourself by pausing the video and then come to my solution to match yourself. Listen, we will go very slowly and we will going to learn it completely. So don't skip the video or don't try to jump up to the another one part, another one thing. Just see it completely. Only then you will be able to find out your problems. Otherwise there will be some kind of lags or some kind of problems that you will suppose I'm telling something a critical part and in which you have just skipped it. That means you will not able to listen it, and then there will be a problem. Okay, so try it by yourself. What we have got in here, you can see that height of the barrel, is given as 7 centimeter and the diameter of the barrel is given as 5 millimeter. That's our main problem. That the first problem will come as that the units are different. One is centimeter, another one is millimeter. Now the problem is that in which unit we are going to convert. It is better to convert whole thing into centimeter, because we know the formula that, as you can see, that in the at the end of the problem it is given that 1/5 of a liter, 1/5 of a liter. That means we need to convert the volume into the liter, and we know the result that 1000 centimeter cube equals to 1 liter. 1000 centimeter cube equals to 1 liter. So we need to convert the whole unit into centimeter. Okay, so here we will take the diameter, which is given as millimeter, in centimeter. So 5 millimeter, if I convert into centimeter, just we have to divide it by 10, so it will become 0.5 centimeter. I hope you know the transformation of the units. Now the radius is half of the diameter, 0.5 by 2 centimeter, that is 0.25 centimeter. Okay, now how much ink contained in the completely filled barrel, we need to find out. That how much of ink is used to write the 310 words. Only then, by using the unitary form or unitary method, we can find out how many words approximately we can write by using the 1/5 of the liter. You can see that the problem is that 1/5 of liter, how many words? That means it look like some kind of unitary method. That means we have to convert the volume into liter, that this amount of liter inside the barrel is can be written as 310 words. Now 1/5 of it, this one, how much words? It's similar, quite similar to the unitary method. So we'll go to it. We'll go through the unitary method. So before we go to the unitary method, we need to find out the volume of the one total barrel of the ink. So volume of the barrel equals to pi r square h. You know the formula. So pi means 22 by 7. R square, 2 times we need to write the radius, that is 0.25 into 0.25 into h, height. It is already given 7 will cancel out. Now if we multiply that 22 into 0.25 into 0.25, you will get 1.375 centimeter cube. Now I am going to convert this centimeter cube into liter, because the answer we have to find out that 1/5 of liter, how many words can be written. Okay, so we know that 1000 centimeter cube equals to 1 liter. 1 centimeter cube means 1 by 1000 liter, and 1.375 centimeter cube will be 1.375 divide 1000 liter. That means the decimal will shift towards the left 3 times. So if we do that, 1.375 centimeter cube equals to 1.375 by 1000 liter, that means 0.00135 liter. But we will not take this form, we will keep it as the fraction. That will help us much more than the decimal form. We will not take this one because it is quite problematic to write the large number. So there's the liter. Now we know that this amount of ink, that 1.375 by 1000 liter, this amount of ink can write 310 words. So 1 liter of ink can write, we know, 310. That one will be divided. That means 1000 will come above, 1.375 come to the denominator, and now we need to find 1/5 that means 1.5 liter of ink can write, it will be, that one will be multiplied, that means 310 into 1000 by 1.375 into 1 by 5 words. Now if you calculate and cancel up this thing, you will find out that the value comes as 4590.9 words. Now if I approximate this thing into the nearest 100, before we go to the making it the assumption as the decimal, it will become 45091 words. But if I take this one as nearest to its 100 multiple, nearest to the 100 multiple, the words will see that it will be 45100, because 91 is much more closer to 100, as we have asked that it will be find out the nearest 100 multiples, that means 45100. This amount of words we can make by using the 1/5 of the liter of the ink. That is our answer. That's 45100 words we can easily write by using the 1/5 liter of the ink. It's very quite easy, that but just you need to get the thinking that what we need to find out, and for that what we need to know, I mean the concept you have to build inside of you. So that was the problem number 4. Now we'll go for the problem number 5. So that's our problem number 5. The sum of radius and the height of a cylinder is 37 centimeter and the total surface area of the cylinder is 1628 square centimeter. Find the height and volume of the cylinder. Just observe the format of the question. Sum of radius and height. Sum of radius and height. If I take the radius as r, height as h, so r plus h is the sum, that is 37. Total surface area. How many surfaces are there in the cylinder? 3 surfaces, 2 plane surfaces and 1 is the curved surface. If I add the whole thing, what will get? 2 pi r into r plus h, that is equals to 1628. And by using those two equations, we need to find out the height and the volume. That means if we have to find out the height, then we can easily find out from that equation that radius plus height equal to 37, the radius, and by using the value of the radius and height, we can find out the volume. Okay, so do it by yourself and then come to my solution. So from the given problem, that we have to first assume, we have to denote the radius and height. So for that one, first one I have to assume that let the radius be r and height be h. And first clue is given that sum of the radius and height is 37 centimeter. That is our first question, first equation. Second thing is given that total surface area is 1628. Total surface area, we know the formula, that 2 pi r into r plus h equals to 1628. You can easily see that in the place of r plus h, we can put the value 37. So 2 pi r into 37 equals to 1628. We know the value of, we know 2 pi as 22 by 7, r 37. So by taking all the values 2, 22 by 7, 37 all to the right side, we can easily get the value of r. So if we take the whole things, then you will see that r equals to 1628 into 1 by 2, 7 by 22 into 1 by 37. Now if you do the cancellation, you will get that r equals to 7 centimeter. Now from equation 1, where already we have taken as r plus h equal to 37. So 7 plus h equals to 37. I have just put the value of r in there. So h equals to 37 minus 7, that is 30 centimeter. So we have got h and we have got the value of r. By simply putting those values in the formula of the volume, you can easily find out the volume of the required cylinder. That is the volume equals to pi r square h, 22 by 7, r square, that means r square means the 7 into 7, and height is 30. By doing the proper cancellation, you will find out that the volume is 4620 centimeter cube. That is our answer, the volume of the cylinder. So you have to be aware that what are the datas are there and how you can put those values in very short and crisp way by using your intelligence. Just a common sense you have to build inside you, which will help to solve the problems, because the problems are not so much tough in there, because it gives you in so that you can easily understand it and you can find out the solution easily. Just you need to practice it more. You need to keep the whole things in your mind. You have to do it, will absorb the whole things inside of you, so that you can easily say whatever the volume, that pi r square h, whatever the total surface area, 2 pi r into r plus h. You have to memorize the whole thing inside of you. You have to practice it. Okay, so we'll move to our sixth problem. Well, that's our problem number 6. Again, a rectangular sheet of tin foil of size 30 centimeter by 18 centimeter can be rolled to form a cylinder in two ways. In the first question that I have said, the rectangular sheet is going to convert a cylinder by keeping a particular height. I have mentioned in there. But here we can make the cylinder in two ways. One by taking the height along the length, and one by taking the height along the breadth. Here you have said that it is rolled in two ways, along length, along breadth. Find the ratio of the volumes of two cylinders so formed. So thus the cylinder was formed. We need to find out the volume and find out the ratio. Now by using your basic idea, that whatever you have taken from the previous one, just do it by yourself and then come to my solution. There I will explain you. So the problem is that we can roll a rectangular sheet in two ways. Suppose this is the length, that one is the breadth. We have to imagine it. If I rolled along the length, then what the shape will be, and if I rolled along the breadth, what are the shape will be. First I'm going to roll along the length. If I'm going to roll it along the length, that means we are holding those two ends and keeping it to meet to the other two ends, these two ends. I mean, that's why I'm going to roll. That I'm keeping those two ends and going to meet the other two ends here, from here to there. That means the length part is going to make the circular form, and the breadth part is liable to make the height. Clear? Now if I roll it along the breadth, that means in this way, that means I am taking those two corners to meet the other two corners. Now here the round part, the circular part, is going to formed by the breadth only. So when we have rolled along the length, the circumference of the base is equal to the length and the height is equal to the breadth. When I have rolled along the breadth, the circumference of the circular part is equal to the breadth and the height is equal to the length. That's the basic concept you have to find out. If you are able to find out this one, that which part is going to form which one, then you can easily solve this problem by yourself. Okay, now first I am going to put a heading. When we roll, it's along the length. So if we roll it along the length, then the circumference of base should be equals to the length and the height should be equals to the breadth. Now as the circumference of the base is 30, we can use the formula that 2 pi r equals to 30. From that you will find that r equals to 105 by 22. I have told you that it is not our main answer, so we can keep it in the fraction form. Now we need to find out the volume of it. Whenever I have rolled this one along the length, so volume of the cylinder which was formed by rolling along the length, the pi r square h, that pi 22 by 7, r square that is 105 by 22 into 105 by 22, and the height is 18. 22 should be cancelled out, and if you do the rest of the cancellation, that 7 it is 15 and 2 11, that is 9. You will get that 15 into 105 into 9 by 11 centimeter cube. No need to give the complete answer of it, because our complete answer is that we need to find out the ratio. So this form will help you to do the cancellation there very easily. If you do the multiplication on the numerator, then you will not find out properly and very easily that which number should be used to cancel it, or if you are able to find out that it will be cancelled out by 5, then you have to do several number of cancellations, only then you will reach to the solution. But if you keep this in this form, then you will not need to do any kind of such calculation. Just 2 or 3 cancellations will be sufficient. Now our second thing, that when it is rolled along the breadth, so along the breadth, when I have taken that circumference, I will write in the same form that circumference of base is equals to, now it will be the breadth, that is 18 centimeter, and height will be the length, that is 30 centimeter. Now circumference means 2 pi r, that is 18. So from that you will find that r equals to 63 by 22 centimeter. We will keep it in that way and we will find out the volume then. So the volume of the cylinder so formed when it is rolled along the breadth, that is pi r square h. So put the values accordingly. So 63 by 22 into 63 by 22, and now height will be 8, there is 13, 13, right. So erased it, and now I'm going to write it. Okay, that is 30. Now if we cancel 9, 22 should be cancelled, 2 11 and 15. Now multiply 9, 63 and 15. You will keep it in that way, 9, 63 and 15. Now already you have started to follow that some of the numbers are common in there, both the volumes. It will be centimeter cube. So now we'll find the ratio. You can see that 15, 9, those they are common in there, and 11. Whenever we are going to find out the ratio, they will be cancelled. That's the thing I was talking about, that whenever we are going to find out the ratio of the volumes, so equals to, now the volume that you have got when you have rolled it along the length, to the volume whatever you have got when you have rolled it along the breadth, they are in ratio. That means if the ratio sign is going to transform into multiplication, it will just interchange their position, the numerator and denominator. 63 into 15. I hope you know that thing from the very early of the classes. Okay, now 7, 9, 7. If we cancel out, then you can get that it is 15. 3 5s are 15 and 3 3s are 9. So 5 by 3, That means the ratio is 5:3. That's our answer. That the ratio of the volume is 5:3. Okay, so we'll move to the next problem. That's our problem number 7, in which it is said that a wooden pole of 7 meter high and 20 centimeter in diameter, find its weight if the wood weighs 225 kilogram per cubic meter. Now, whenever you're going to find out the weight, you need to find the volume. Now the question is how I am able to say that. You can see that it is given that weighs of 225 kilogram per cubic meter, and that unit we used to find out the volume. Or in other way, if you go in the concrete or the conceptual form, then you have to go through it, that weight means the amount of wood material content inside the pole. So whenever we are going to find out the material content of inside of any of the solid objects, we need to find out the volume of it. It's very simple. And if you are not able to get the understanding about these things, then you can go for the unit as it is given as cubic meter. That means we need to find out the volume. And already you can see that height is given and the diameter is given. You can easily find out the radius and you can find out the volume accordingly, and then multiplying it by the 22.5 kilogram, you can find out the total weight of the pole. Okay, so try it by yourself and then come to my solution. Now what we have got from here, that h, that is height, equals to 7 meter and the diameter, that is 20 centimeter. Okay, so there's a problem that one is meter and another centimeter. In which unit we are going to find out? So before we decide, first we will find out the radius, that is diameter by 2, that is 10 centimeter. Now again read the problem again, that you need to find out the weight of 225 kilogram per cubic meter. Cubic meter, that means we have to find out the volume in meter cube. So we will keep the whole thing into meter. So centimeter, if we are going to convert into meter, it will give, so 10 by 100 meter, that is 1 by 10 meter. That's the radius. And now you got the radius and height, so you can find out easily the volume of it. So the volume of pole, pi r square h, pi means 22 by 7, radius, that is already find out that it is 10, it will be taken 2 times, and then the height, it was the 7, so 7 will be cancelled out, it will be 2200 centimeter cube. Sorry, again I have put the wrong value here. Yes, the radius is 1 by 10. I have converted it into meter. We have to take that form, 1 by 10, 1 by 10. So the whole thing is going to convert in this form, that if we cancel this 11 and 5, 11 by 50 centimeter cube. No, again it is wrong. It is meter cube, not centimeter cube. It is meter cube. Now that's the correct. That's 11 by 50 meter cube. Now we are going to find out the weight. So for to find the weight, we have, it is given that 225 kilogram per meter cube. So 1 meter cube weighs 225 kilogram. Now the volume is 11 by 50. So 11 by 50 means how much of the weight? How much of the weight? So weight of the pole, 1 meter cube was 225, and we have got here that 11 by 50. So we have to multiply it, that kilogram, 5, 10, 45. Now if you do the multiplication and then divide it, you will get the 495 by 10 kilogram, that is implied to 49.5 kilogram. That's our answer. That 49.5 kilogram is the weight of the pole of the dimensions of radius of 7 meter and diameter 20 centimeter of pole. Its weight is 49.5 kilogram. That's the answer. I hope it is a match to your answer, and if not, then just learn from it. Again, I'm going to say that just learn from it. That will help you. So all the things we have to do, no, or don't worry about whatever the problems you've got. Just learn from it. You have to perform it in your examination, not here. Okay, so we'll go over next. The problem number 8. A lead pencil consists of a cylinder of wood with a solid cylinder of graphite filled in the interior. The diameter of the pencil is 7 mm and the diameter of the graphite is 1 mm. If the length of the pencil is 14 cm, find the volume of the wood and that of the graphite. Now, how a pencil looks like? It is not said that the pencil is sharpened or not, just said the pencil. That means we will take the cylindrical form. That's the pencil. Inside of it, there is a graphite portion. That is the graphite portion. Okay. So, it is said that the lead pencil consists the wood, the diameter of the pencil, that means from here to there, that is 7 mm, and the diameter of the graphite is 1 mm. That means this small circle, it's not quite easy to show you, but if I elaborate it by taking a larger shape, then you can see that this one is the graphite part. The diameter of it is 1 mm. That is the 1 mm diameter, and the rest of the part is wooden part, that is it is 7 mm, and the length of the pencil is 14 cm. So length means from here to there, that is the 14 cm. Now we need to find out the volume of wood and the volume of the graphite. Okay, so you can see that both the wooden part and the graphite part has formed a cylinder. So just we need to find out the volume of the cylinders. Okay, now try yourself and then come to my solution. I will provide it. So you can see that in the problem is given the diameter of the pencil as 0.7 mm, diameter of the graphite as 0.1 mm, and the height, that means the length of the pencil. This is the common length of both the cylinders made by the wood and the graphite. That length equals to 14 centimeter. Okay, now I am going to symbolize the radius of the pencil as RP. So RP equals to 0.7 by 2. You can see it is centimeter and the others are in millimeter. So millimeter equals to 0.7 by 20 centimeter, because this millimeter to centimeter, if we are going to convert, we need to divide it by 10. So 0.7 by 20, and the RG, that is for the graphite, is 0.1 by 2 millimeter. That means 0.1 by 20 centimeter. Those are the radius of the graphite part and the radius of the pencil, that the wooden content which was given. So this pencil, that means the whole thing. Okay, so now we will find out the total volume of the pencil and the total volume of the graphite, and if we subtract that thing, you will get the volume of the wood content in it. It is very simple, and already I have showed you in the theory part in our first video that if the hollow cylinder or something is given in there, or some two other materials is given in there, then how to find out the volume of the other metal from the another one which is given there. So just go through the theory, whatever I have said in the theory and our first video of the mensuration, then you can easily get the concept. Okay, so now I'm going to find out the volume of the graphite. So volume of the graphite part, if we apply the pi Rg, that is the radius of the graphite, Rg square into h, 22 by 7, radius is 0.1 by 20 and 0.1 by 20, and the height is 14. If we cancel them, you will get 2 10 11, 7 2s are 14, 2 10s are 20. So if we multiply 11 into 0.1 into 0.1, you will get 0.11 by 100 centimeter cube. that is the volume of the graphite, 0.11 by 100. Now we are going to find out the volume of the pencil. So the volume of the pencil, that means it is the volume of total wood and graphite together, that is equals to pi rp into h, so 22 by 7, rp, that is 0.7 by 20, 0.7 by 20 into 14. Again, in the same manner, if you do the cancellation, you will get, by multiplying the 11, 0.7, 0.7, you will get as 5.39 by 100 centimeter cube. So this is the volume of the pencil. That means pencil means wood plus graphite. Wood plus graphite. Yes, pencil means wood plus graphite. When you go to purchase any pencil, don't you do you ask for the wood part or the pens or the graphite part? You ask for the pencil. That means the shopkeeper will give you the wood and graphite both in contact. Okay, so the volume of the pencil means the wood and the graphite both together. And now our required is that volume of the wood. That means from the volume of the pencil, if we subtract the graphite part, we will get the volume of the wooden part. So the volume of the wood, oh, mistake, I have mistake the spelling. Okay, so volume of wood equals to total volume of the pencil. That means the volume of pencil minus volume of graphite. Okay, that means 5.39 by 100 minus 0.11 by 100 centimeter cube. Okay, so you can see that 100 is the common. 5.39 minus 0.11. I hope you know how to subtract. So 5.28 by 100 centimeter cube, or if you take 100 to above, then it will give 0.0528, or if you do the approximation, 0.053 centimeter cube. That's the answer of the volume of the wood. So here we have done our last problem, the problem number 8. Quite simple, and I hope it has been matched with your answer. So now you don't skip the video, you have to go through the all through of it, and whenever you are going to watch any of the video of us, you have to start from the very beginning and end it at the end, because inside the video we have talked about a lot of things. You talked about a lot of things which you are going to learn or for your help. So if you are skip any kind of portion, then maybe you will not be able to find out the problems inside of you, or maybe how it will been executed or it has been formed. So for that you have to see the whole of the video. And again, I am asking you, if anyone have any kind of problems regarding the cylinder or any kind of mensuration or any kind of our previous videos that was in the banking or the shares and dividends, then ask me in my comment box, then I will answer you. Okay, so in the next video will come very soon, in which we'll talk about the cone. And regarding the cone, we'll discuss about the simple some numericals, the typical numericals that we can face in your board exam or somewhere, and in your school also. And then we'll go to the spheres, their problems, and then the solid shapes, the combined form of the shapes. That means the combined form of the solid or cone and the sphere, etc., or solid or cylinder and the sphere, the solid shapes. We will discuss it about in our next video or in the furthermost. So I hope it will come very soon, and just follow our channel and you will get to contact with us. And then until the next video will comes, then thank you and bye bye.